Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss UPSC prelims mains answer writing through newspaper article June 29th. The first article we are going to discuss is drone race. Why it is in news? Because see, because why it is in news? By looking this diagram, you can easily say that what happened in Jammu. This is Jammu. What happened here? Air base is there. Okay, what happened to here? Drones came from, we don't know, we are suspecting that they came from the Pakistan only, but exactly we don't know, thinking that it came from the Pakistan and it has dropped two explosive devices, and these devices exploded. Where they have exploded? One near helicopter, one at air traffic center. Okay, this is what happened, right? Now you say to me, after looking this, after understanding this happened, what you can say? The attack is on what? The attack is on defense, on defense critical infrastructure, right? The attack is on defense critical infrastructure. Is it the first time that drone attacking our critical infrastructure? No. Okay, in 2019 what happened? We all know it. Okay, in 2019 the Punjab police has unmasked terror network which are using drones to transport arms and ammunitions to India. Okay, how they have unmasked it? Because you don't believe, these drones has came and dropped in Punjab AK-47 rifles, explosives, and even satellite phones. Okay, when it happened in 2019. Okay, 2019 में हुआ ना? क्यों ऐसा हुआ 2019 में? क्योंकि 2019 अगस्त में क्या हुआ है? अब्रोगेशन ऑफ आर्टिकल 370, right? Abrogation of article 370. That's why Pakistan don't like it. Okay, that's why they have encouraged the terror activists through drones. Okay, now the question is, why they are using drones? Normally what this ISI of Pakistan, what they will do, they will encourage people to infiltrate and they will transport weapons to some vehicles and they will instigate terror activities in Jammu and Kashmir, right? This is what the conventional method is. Now suddenly why this ISI or some terror organization using drones? Because of few reasons. One, see, now India has understood, right? India also upgraded its technology along the international border. Now it's not easy for any country, especially Pakistan, to send terrorist groups or terrorist personals into India. Like they can't, again India will never see that 26 by 11 attack type, because we have upgraded our technology and surveillance. It's not easy now to cross the international border or LOC. So infiltration is not happening. The second point is India now, if you see the news also, Indian government has taken steps to regulate social media. Okay, means if government is regulating social media, what happening? So the radicalization in India will drastically reduce. Okay, because the fake news everything will be regulated. So the terror organizations are not able to penetrate this, use this fake information to instigate that militant mode. And then another thing is terror financing. Okay, these terror organizations are not getting much money, okay, to invest on people, to provide them, to bribe officials to send them into India. Okay, it's becoming very difficult for them because of lack of terror financing. And India also has strictly implementing its prevention of money laundering act. That's why it's becoming very difficult, not only India, around the globe. Okay, on this terror financing everybody is talking about it. Recently, even 2 days back or 1 day back, there was a news that Pakistan is still kept in grey list by the Financial Action Task Force. Okay, this is also one of the biggest reason that Pakistan also restricted the terror financing to the terror organizations. So the fourth point is government reforms. The steps like abrogation of Article 370. After abrogation of Article 370, what happened? Okay, you can see the reports. Around 40 to 50% of infiltration has drastically reduced. Okay, so because of all these reasons, and moreover, the most important thing is technology adaptation is cheap and precise also, because technology will use as GPS. Okay, it will be precise. That's why these organizations are using these drones. Now we know that now this technology has the ability to attack precisely. Okay, that's why they have attacked Jammu Air Base. Okay, so they have attacked it. It became now. It posed a question on what? Security threat on critical infrastructure. And the second thing, what happened in 2019, I have explained that the Punjab police has unmasked the terror network who are using drones to transport arms, ammunitions, and drugs. Okay, now we will see one question now. What if tomorrow, if UPSC asks that usage of these drones, or usage or accessibility of these drones to terror organization poses threat to the India's security? Discuss. Okay, how you will prove this statement as correct? You will say that 1, it will affect critical infrastructure. Okay, yes, it poses threat to the critical infrastructure. How you will say this? You will write an example of this one. Okay, if it is not sufficient also, you can even write what happened in 2019 in Saudi Arabia. Okay, the Yamin tribals used drones and attacked Saudi Arabia's refinery industries. Okay, this what happened with this attack? The Saudi Arabia's capacity to produce crude petroleum, reduced. Okay, with this reduction, their revenue has reduced. With the reduce in revenue, definitely their economy suffered. Okay, so you can say that attack on this critical infrastructure is not, it doesn't mean just on defense infrastructure, even on economic infrastructure it will cause the economic instability. So with this we concluded that it is straight to the इंटरनल क्रिटिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. आप अभी बोल सकते हैं भाई ये आके हमारा एयर बेस पर बॉम्ब डाला है. ओके, सो नाउ यू कैन क्वेश्चन दैट व्हाट दिस इंटेलिजेंस agencies are doing, why can't they see drones? Okay, what happened to our intelligence technology? Okay, these question poses. Then you have to say that the second point will be in that answer is, see, it has, the drones has ability to escape from the surveillance technology because they uses this beyond visible line flight. Okay, it cannot be easily detected by the surveillance technology or surveillance personnels or intelligence agencies. So it has this ability, so it becomes even more danger to the our internal security. The second thing is, third thing what you can say, see here what you have observed, here they are dropping explosives, here they are giving arms, ammunitions, drugs to the particular group in India. So what's happening from here, what you can say, the people, see in India if these people don't have arms, ammunitions, anything, they will not be stronger, right? Okay, when they get arm and ammunitions they become very strong. So these drones are helping to make these organizations very strong. You can write this as a third point. See, we are not going beyond these two facts. From these two facts only we are trying to write an answer. Okay, this thing happening. Now the next question is, next point what you will write now? What you will write? Simple. Drone came and attacked our air base. Drone came and deployed arms and ammunitions, but still we are not able to, our security personnel till now not able to detect about the drones. Okay, it is just we are suspecting Pakistan, but we are not able to do anything. Okay, and if drone is really coming and attacking in front of our security personnel, they cannot actually fight back with the drones. Why? Because our security personnel are trained in where? Trained in conventional warfares. Okay, not in unconventional warfares, that is a technology based warfares, that is like drones. They cannot, because they are not trained, right? So they cannot do anything. Okay, so this is one of the thing that will affect our Indian security. Now we are saying that drones are here, look, drones are coming into India and dropping the explosives and going back to Pakistan. Okay, imagine now this time drones come with cameras. Okay, and they will scan and they will go back, scan and they will go back. So what they are doing, drones helps in gathering our security information, right? They are able to deploy explosives itself. Do you think they can't scan our security bases? They can easily do that. Okay, so our security information also will be leaked. So that will be your fifth point. Actually these incidents are actually happening every day. Our security personnel are monitoring that 5 to 6 drones are entering into Indian land and they are scanning and going back to Pakistan. Now you may ask, then they are doing every day, it's happening, means what our security personnel are doing? Because our security personnel don't know what to do, because they are not trained. They can just fire bullets. But what if drone is based on artificial intelligence, or obviously it is based on artificial intelligence, if it is more powerful, they can easily escape the bullets. Okay, or anything, missile, whatever. Okay, so that's what we are talking about the fourth point. Okay, they lack the training to defend territory based on the technology, because we all should understand that who is actually safeguarding our land. Soldiers, right? Okay, soldiers are not much educated people. Okay, we have to train them. Okay, they are there to sacrifice their life for our country. So it is our responsibility to train them in various aspects, so that they will be equipped to defend our country. So after seeing this, we can conclude that अबे यार इतना क्यों यार. Okay, we have problem with drones, right? So why can't the entire globe can ban usage of drone? Why can't they ban? Okay, see, banning, abolishing is not the solution for any technology, because you should regulate them. Okay, technology should be regulated. You cannot ban the technology, because the same technology useful for Indian government also. Say, take example, there is one mission called Jaga mission, which which was awarded bronze medal by the UN Habitat. Okay, why it has awarded? Because this mission extensively used drones to survey slums. Okay, with this surveying, the Odisha government able to distribute land to the landless people precisely. Okay, so it got the medal. This is the biggest achievement by the Odisha government by using the drones. The second one is, even now the union government is launched one scheme. What is that? Swamita scheme. What is the scheme? The scheme aim is to survey by using drones the habitat of rural people. Okay, or rural land. Okay, why? What the union government will get by surveying? Okay, they can digitalize the land records. Once the land record is digitalized, then every person in rural area, if they have land, they will be having documents also. With that, they can go to bank and give these documents as collaterals and get the credit. Okay, so credit accessibility to the rural areas will automatically will increase, and with that the government also will get the property tax also. It can collect property tax also, so the revenues for the government will increase. That's why this scheme is launched. Okay, this is with the regulation, governance. What about the security? See, in 2017 and 18, the Ministry of Home Affairs has used drones to identify the regions and destroy which is illegally cultivating marijuana and cannabis. So like this, in security purpose also it is useful. Okay, and the army is using to trace terrorist location precisely. How this Balakot attack happened, surgical strikes. How these surgical strikes happen? Because drones has helped to locate precisely the terror camps. So you should not, because of these advantages, which is very important for the governments, you should not ban the drones. Okay, so what will be the solution? Solution should be regulation, strict regulation of drones, and giving training to the security personals, and increasing our surveillance technology. And recently, DRDO has invested on anti-drone missiles. What is that example? Aditya. Like these missiles, government have to produce more and more to safeguard our external security and internal security also. So this is about our this article, today's article. You should read this type of articles like this for mains perspective. If you just read what is there in this this guy, whatever, who is this Krishna Swami explained in this article, this will not be helpful for the UPSC. Though it will give good insights about the issue, but you cannot write proper answer. Come to the second article. This is very much important for the prelims, not for the mains, but it is very much important for the prelims. How it is important for the prelims? This is about what? This article is about Agni. So you should know types of Agni missiles. One is medium, one is intermediate, another one is intercontinental missiles. Okay, in Agni only these many types are there. In medium, what type of Agni missiles will come? Agni 1, 2 and this one Agni P. P means what? Prime. Okay, in intermediate what will come? 3 and 4. Here 5 and 6 will come. Okay, so this is about the types of Agni. Okay, is it enough? If you know just types is enough? No, you should even know the range. So Agni 1, what is Agni 1 range? It's 700 to 1200 kilometers range. Okay, what is Agni 2 range? It's 1000 to 2000. What about Agni Prime range? Agni Prime range is 1000 to 2000. Agni 2 range is 2000 to 3000. Okay, what about Agni 3? It's 3, right? So 3K to 5K. What about Agni 4? 3500 to 4000. What about Agni 5? It's 5K to 8K. Agni 6, 11K to 20K. This is range, kilometers, the range of this Agni. So you know now the types and range. Is it enough? Is it enough for UPSC prelims? No, it is not enough, because if UPSC want to ask very difficult question, it may ask which among the following Agni missiles is the lengthiest one. Okay, if it asks about the length of the Agni missile lengthiest, then what you will do? So you should know that Agni missile 2 is the lengthiest missile. Okay, so now you know about the which is lengthiest also. Is it enough? If by knowing these three things, is it enough? No. One of the most important thing you should know that these missiles are developed, right? But under which project they have developed? Without knowing the project name, how you can say that you know everything? Definitely you know. You don't know. You should understand here. Under Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. Under this, the Agni missiles are developed. Now the question is, all these 6 Agni missiles developed under this program? No. These under this program, Agni 1, Agni 2 and Agni 3. Only these 3 things are developed under this program. Okay. Why only on these 3? Because you should understand that these integrated guided missile development program, why government has started, what is a necessity? Because when government has tested Agni 1 and Prithvi, okay, missile, there is one organization called Technology Control Regime. Missile Technology Control Regime has put sanctions on the government that it has restricted government from getting any components for developing its missile. Okay, Indian government took it as a challenge and it started its own integrated guided missile development program. Okay, here it has taken challenge and developed Agni 3 missiles, and what are it has developed? Prithvi it has developed, Akash it has developed, and Naga anti-tank Naga missiles it has developed, and Trishul it has developed. So these are four, and one is Agni. These 5 missiles are developed under this program. Now is this program active? No, it has been stopped in 2008 after developing sufficient number of missiles. After 2008 only Agni 4, Agni 5, Agni 6 are being developed. This is developed, these are under operational. Actually Agni 5 is developed in 2019. Okay, but Agni 6 is underdeveloped. So now you know that about the project. Under the project, which are the missiles are there, and one is Agni. About the Agni, what you know? About the range you know, about the length you know, about the types of Agni you know. So this is enough to write answer. Sorry, for the prelims. Now what is the speciality of Agni P? It is a speciality is it can be launched on canisters also. That's it, and it is 1K to 200K. 2K range. You should know this much. That's it. Coming to the next article. This is also very much important for the prelims. Why it is very much important? Because CoWIN and 50 nations want to take this technology. Okay, 50 nations is a small thing over. It's a very big thing. That's why it is very important now. You should know about the CoWIN now. Actually, when CoWIN is a cloud-based IT technology. But when this cloud-based IT technology Indian government has started during COVID-19? Question mark. Indian government started this technology during COVID-19? No. Very basic, right? If Indian technology, this technology is developed during COVID-19, it would have been facing so many issues. Okay. Because it is very successful. Why it is successful? Because this type of technology we have been using from long back. When we started using for pulse polios, okay, and for other immunization programs across the country. Okay, from then we are started using, from long back we have started using this technology. But why? And so we are implemented for the COVID-19 as a CoWIN also. Okay, so this should be something, and these 50 nations also wanted to take this technology, but means so many things, and Indian government upgrading this technology and 50 nations want this technology, means some importance is there to this technology. What is that? This technology objectives you should know. It enable registration of beneficiaries for vaccine. Okay, it send text messages with the name of vaccinator who is giving vaccine to the beneficiaries, so that you can use it for the proof of something goes wrong, means you can file a case also. And it will enable to monitor cold storage temperatures also. So these are the main objectives that advantages by having this technology, IT based technology. Now this CoWIN is owned by whom? It is owned by Ministry of Science and Technology? No, wrong. If at all UPSC want to ask, definitely it will keep, if you to trap you, it will keep in option Ministry of Science and Technology, but answer is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, and here I have said one thing, that this technology is not used first for COVID-19. It is used for the polio and other, for monitoring other immunization programs. If UPSC asks in option, it will say that it is first deployed to monitor COVID-19. Okay, you may think, oh, yes, COVID, okay, COVID and COVID-19, everything is mixed. So it is, this is correct answer. So it is wrong. You will be trapped. Okay, so you should know these type of things very clearly. The one more advantage of this is, this will enable to identify the beneficiaries through Aadhaar card easily. So these are the advantages and features, you can say features, advantages, and under which ministry it is and when it has been used for the first time. So these are all the information you should know. Okay, this article will give you insight. Okay, this is important for the UPSC, but how to read? You have to go to internet and search, then only you can completely get the information about this type of, for this type of questions if UPSC want to ask. See, this question, law of sedition is unconstitutional. Okay, you go and read my watch my video of June 23rd and 24th. Okay, I have detailedly explained about the sedition. Okay, because it has this article again in news, that too again in editorial on 29th also. So it will become very important for the UPSC. I have clearly explained 40 minutes about this article only. Okay, how to write UPSC answer. Okay, based on these articles or based on this issue, sedition. Okay, please go and watch that video. Come to this article now. This article says that India can become a leader in forest restorations if it supports community forest rights. This article says that if tribals are given community forest rights, they will protect forest. How they will protect? Because of the local knowledge. Okay, but this article don't explain that what is this local knowledge and how they used to protect the forest. But UPSC, if they want to ask, how it will ask? It will ask definitely on this, what is this local knowledge and how they are using it. Okay, on this blank topic they will ask question, but not what is there in this article, because this article everybody will read and they will prepare, so they will not ask on this. But when you are writing an example, you can use this as in your example, because the Prime Minister Modi, while addressing UN high level dialogue, said that, citing the example of Bani grasslands in Gujarat, where the region's highly degraded land were restored. Okay, Bani was example. Modi tried to show that Bani was previously degraded. Now we have restored it. Okay. For restoring it, they have used tribals. Okay, why they have used? Because they have local knowledge. Who are these tribals? These are Maldari tribals. Okay, now we will discuss about how tribals will protect forest if you give community forest rights. Okay, now the question is, before going into the topic, now let's clarify this. Is government given the community forest rights or not? Yes, it has given the community forest right under Forest Right Act 2006. Because of this, the tribals are able to protect, you can say, Sundarban, In Sundarban, which tiger is very famous? Bengal tiger, Royal Bengal tiger. Okay, tribals like Munda, Santhal, Orion. Okay, they play a crucial role in safeguarding Sundarban ecosystem and also Royal Bengal tribes. Okay, they are playing a role. And the next one is in Gir forest. Okay, again we heard that Asian tigers population is increasing, right? How they are increasing? Because of again tribal participation. Who is this tribal? Again Maldaris. Okay, now this is about the animals, right? They are, that's why they are protecting. Now why they will protect plants? Because they worship, tribals worship plants and trees. They will not agree to deforest or felling of these plants or trees, because they worship them as gods or goddess. And tribals, see, tribals lives in the forest, right? Okay, some type of tribals lives in the forest. So from where they will get food? They will get food from the forest only. So they will try to protect the forest from exploitation or from deforestation, because if forest grow, if forest is not there, tribal food is not there and tribals won't be there. So they will try to protect this. Likewise they will protect forest. Okay, these tribals lives in the forest, we all know. If some health issues happens, okay, who will treat them? They will treat by themselves. How they will treat? Because in forest there will be some specialized plants that is known as herbs. Okay, they will protect these type of plants also. Okay, they are protecting trees because they worship. They are protecting the food uh, trees which are trees and plants which are giving food to them. Now they are protecting the trees which are important for them, or plants which are important for them for their medicines, for their health. Now some type of tribals even cultivate sorry crops, right? But these crops, they are not the person who will use, they will go to MNCs and buy some seeds and come back to forest and they will sow the seeds and they will cultivate the crop. They don't do this. They know only one thing: whatever seeds are available in the forest, they will use those seeds and they will cultivate. You would have heard of shifting cultivation, zoom cultivation, you can say. Okay, they will use. But what about these seeds? These seeds are which type? These are very traditional types. Okay, means original seeds. So they are playing very crucial role in safeguarding these traditional seeds. If forest is not there, they will not use these traditional seeds. These traditional seeds will not be there. So tomorrow India will face crisis of traditional seeds. Because the original seeds will always have rich genetic material. Okay, because of rich genetic material, they have the high potential to disease means high resistance power they will be having, and they will be having good potential to produce good yield also. So they are protecting, even they play a very crucial role indirectly to protect the traditional seeds also. They protect these sacred groves, which is very important for the religious purpose. They will not allow anyone to enter this. So these sacred groves are what? These are virgin lands, right? Virgin land forest. So till now nobody has entered into this. So like this they are protecting even forest lands which are not even exploited by till now anybody. Okay, If these sacred groves are not there, by now everything would have been exploited by the industries or government, etc. So like this they play a very important role in safeguarding fauna and flora of the forest. So you only see they are tribals are protecting trees because they worship plants and trees for medicine purpose, and protecting seeds, and they're protecting animals, protecting birds, protecting trees which give them food. Okay, protecting trees for their wood based activity. So totally what you can say, they are protecting entire biodiversity, right? That's why this article says that FRA Act gives them community forest rights. Okay, but it's not been implemented. Okay, Act provides them, but it's not been implemented strictly. Okay, this article says the same thing, but it has failed to say why, because this is paper news article, right? They can't discuss everything. How the tribals protects the forest. Now you may say that tribal population is very less. How come they protect the entire forest of India? For that you should understand. So here Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh, this area is Abor hills, means Abor tribes are there. And this is Nagaland, right? Naga tribes. They even celebrate every year what? Hornbill festival. Means what? It resembles the protection for birds. They love for birds. And Manipur tribes. Okay. They will celebrate Sangai festival. Means what? They will protect the Sangai deers, which is critically endangered. Okay, Mizo hills, Mizos. Okay, they protect here forest. Tripura, here you can say Boer or other tribes which protect the forest because they are dependent on the forest completely. Here the Central Indian tribes sacred groves. Here Gir forest. Here they conserve Asian tigers. Here Bani grasslands. They conserve black bug. For black bug, who filed the case on Salman Khan against Salman Khan? It is Bishnoi tribes, because they conserve this black bug and they treat black bug as a religious species. Here Nilgiris types chenchus and in Kerala. So by looking at this, what you can say? Okay, for entire northeast forest and flora and fauna, for western ghats, okay, here central asia, okay, central india, and here in rajasthan, everywhere the tribals are attached to the forest. Wherever the forest is there, tribals are attached to that particular region. So government, by implementing these rights effectively, can easily conserve the forest. Without tribals, it's very difficult to conserve the forest because other people don't know the importance of the forest. They may not feel emotionally, but tribals are connected emotionally, so automatically they have the knowledge, local knowledge. They will try to protect these forest resources and the entire forest and biodiversity. Okay, because the government has not taken these community forest rights in this social forestry in 1970 and joint forestry management in 1990s and national afforestation program, green india mission. All these are good initiatives taken by the government, but they are not to increase the forest cover and to protect the forest, but they have not included tribals in this as a main provision or mandatory main provision for participation of tribals, who can enable the transfer of knowledge, traditional knowledge, to protect this forest and increase the forest area. That's why these schemes has failed to achieve their objectives. Okay, so it is not late that government should implement this provision strictly to achieve its INDC, intended nationally determined contributions, and its targets under the Bonn Convention and etc. So this is what you should know about this article. And if UPSC asks a question on this, so definitely you should be writing where the types are there, how they are able to conserve, and show the examples. Then only you will be getting the good marks. If you write generally, then you will not get that they will protect the plant, they will protect this, that, this. You will not get. You should definitely show by using examples. So that's it. Thank you.